Yeah, hi everyone, welcome to Emsley Lodge for that week. Nothing much happened to the races this week. Took a couple up to Swan Hill and didn't have a lot of luck up there, but we'll take a team full of, take about 4 horses to Geelong on Friday, and a couple of 1 or 2 really good chances there, so here they are. Champagne Sabre, I'll take him to Geelong Friday. Going to give him a crack at the 2400. His 2,000 metre form's been really good. He's been hitting the line nice and strong. If he's ever going to run 2400, it'll be Friday. So he gets his chance there. He was very good the other day. He's just sort of stiff. He got a big bump in the corner and probably cost him 3 or 4 lengths and got beaten. I don't know, probably got beaten a length and a half. So, but anyway, he gets his chance, jump out. It'd be lovely to sort of just roll forward and sort of only have one horse in front of him, sort of going past the winning post the first time and not get held up. He's been one of those horses that when he tracks into the race, he doesn't travel in. He moved into the race under pressure, but then he's sort of been copying a little bit of a bump and just losing that momentum, and that's what's cost him winning a couple of times. But anyway, he'll get his chance on Friday. Goes up to the 2400. If he runs the 2400, I think he'll be right in the finish. That's Champagne Sabre. Steely Hustler will go to Geelong on Friday. Had a little bit of probably a bit of a disappointing prep. She just had a little snotty nose, and she just had a few things go wrong with her, and hopefully we've got her pretty close to being right. So we're going to take her back to Geelong over the 1300, which is the track and distance she won at, so we can walk away from Geelong on Friday sort of pretty much knowing exactly where we're at with her as far as times go and all that sort of stuff. But she seems to, I took her into Geelong through the week and we galloped her in there and she worked up good. She's healthy, she's sound, so she'll get every chance. I just her first 2 runs have just been disappointing, so anyway, we'll see how she's on Friday. That's Steely Hustler. Take Lulu's Choice to Geelong on Friday. Look, she's been running great. She was great at Bendigo the other day. She was really strong late. Just looked like she wanted to go up and trip. So I haven't taken her to the 1200 metres yet. She's probably right at the end of her prep. So I'm going to give her a crack at 1200 metres on her home track. So she'll go to Geelong on Friday. A bit of an awkward gate, but she should land sort of pretty handy, I think. She's probably land the first couple and see if she can run 1200 metres. We've always run around 1,000 metres and 1100, and she's got to the line strong. So before we put her out, we're just going to give her one crack at the 1200. So that's Lulu's Choice on Friday at Geelong. It's not unusual. It's hard to say that without singing it. Not unusual. He will kick off at Geelong on Friday, drawn barrier 15, but I need to get a run into him. So we'll probably just jump out, ride him reasonably conservative, have him hitting the line. He's at least a 2,000 metre horse, and it's first up over 1,500. So if he drew a gate, we could probably ride him reasonably handy. He trialled up the other day at Geelong and sort of jumped out and let him up pretty good. So, expect him to sort of be forward, but when you draw 15 from that start, you're sort of a little bit hard. So we'll just ride him conservatively, have him hitting the line, then go up and trip his next start. It's not unusual at Geelong on Friday. I'll take Little Miss Gutser to Echuca on Sunday. She just hasn't seemed to have come up this time in, and we've changed the training regime around a bit this week just to sort of see if it helps her. But she's just genuine sort of midweek city grade horse, and she's just racing well below what we hope that she can get to. But she's just sort of coming through in the coat. She's sort of thereabouts, but she's certainly not at her best. So we'll take her. I've got her in at Sandown Wednesday, but I'll take her probably to Echuca on Sunday. It's probably going to be a bit of a softer race and get her back into some winning form.
G'day guys, welcome to Around the Stables. This week's horse is a nice big strong 3-year-old colt by Tornado. Jamie's had a bit of success with the Tornadoes. He loves the Tornadoes, obviously with Tex-Mex, and I'd say he actually bought this bloke on the back of Tex-Mex. He sort of, he searched around and tried to find the right Tornado, and I know when he found this bloke, he was pretty rapt. Had to pay enough for him, but as you can see, he's a lovely horse, and he seems to have a little bit of ability to go with it. So he trialled up a couple of times last time in. He actually pulled up a bit shin sore, so we put him out and give him a bit of time, and I think he's come back a really nice horse. He gave him a jump out at Geelong the other day. He wasn't asked to do a lot. It was a pretty soft trial, but I thought he was pretty solid, and he seems to have come on from that trial. Gave him a jump out at the farm here this morning. He jumped out nicely. And then he'll go to Geelong next Wednesday and have a bit more of a solid hit out. So that'll sort of tell us whether he needs another trial or we're ready to look for a race for him. But he When we bought him, his brother Falcon of Malta, he'd run a couple of seconds and looked like a really nice progressive horse. And he's come out and he's won a couple in a row. He won in town, and he's obviously a horse that's got better with age. And I certainly think this horse will be the same. He obviously being by Toronado, they're autumn 3-year-olds, 4-year-olds. That's sort of when they really come in their own. They're not 2-year-olds that are banged up early. And this bloke, he probably told us that he did need that little bit of time. But I'm certainly glad we've given it to him because he seems to have come back a really nice horse. He's always had a horse that it's had a bit of presence about him, a bit of a bit of a good feeling about him, and Jamie certainly liked him from day one. So I'd almost say that he is the favourite in the stable. But no, he's a really nice horse. He's a funny horse. He was always a really quiet, laid-back colt. But I'd probably say since that jump out we gave him the other day, he's sort of come to life, and he sort of knows what it's sort of all about now. So that's pretty good. Like a colt that's switched on, knows what their job is without overdoing it. So. He thinks he's pretty good, so I suppose we'll find out in our trial next Wednesday whether he is or not, and then furthermore when we take him to the races. But he's a really nice horse, and really look forward to getting him the trials, and then hopefully we can get him the races. And he's in at the right time of year, so with the spring ahead of us. So if he gets to that stage, then good luck, because I think he certainly thinks that that's where he should be. So I suppose time will tell.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Another great year on the racetrack. Probably a little bit down on winners, what I probably would have liked, but we had a terrible start to the season, but we certainly picked up towards the end of the season. And a little horse like Belmia here, she won in town last time in, so that was a great result. She's having a good long spell and going to come back and miss the spring, and then she's going to be back for summer, so you'll see her. But thanks to everyone's support during the year, and here's a look at last year's winners.
Belmia is running home hard, tactful at the 150 up to our August Rose. Belmia got through though, explode through and took the front, then Jennifer Wish. It's Belmia, 50 metres to go clear, and Belmia won it. Redivo opened up a 3-length lead from Shakib and Apache Thunder, who battle out minor spots, but Redivo outstays them here, puts up a great performance and won by 3.5 lengths. Still Steely Hustler doing it well. Inside the 200s, more than 2 lengths in front of Hey Yvonne. And Steely Hustler's home and hey, she's really tradesman-like today. Steely Hustler comes right on with the job and wins by 2 3/4 lengths.
From on the outside, Hell of a Storm. Wolf Club's under the whip a length away and he can't get there. It's Hell of a Storm going up to Dougie's Dream, who fights on. Hell of a Storm, Dougie's Dream, Hell of a Storm. It's reared it again.
Van Winkle at the 100, about a half length in front of Balabushka, wearing it down. Coco Van Winkle and Balabushka. Balabushka goes home better. Balabushka. Tango Jewel had resistance, still about a neck in front. On the outside, Car Hop is peppering away and still coming. Tango Jewel still has a margin though, kept kicking, pretty win.
Demon Blood goes to the grey, Tories D. They're fighting it out with 100 to go. Tories D's coming back. Demon Blood, Tories D's got it. Tories D fought off the canvas. Miletus is nicked off from Vanbrugh Castle. Royal Fox making some ground. The rest are all plotting, but it's Miletus that's going to land some good bets. They were right. Miletus wins.
Down to the 100, Hell of a Storm still in front. From Double Earn, Floozy back on the fence. Hell of a Storm still fending them off. Hell of a Storm won it. Cat Noir still going well in the lead, has over 2.5 lengths to spare at Heart of Sorrow, and all followed by African Pioneer, who's starting to pin back the ears, but Cat Noir doing it well, and Cat Noir's going to do it barrier to box. Cat Noir won it by 2 lengths.
Cat Noir's looming, so too Freedom Escape, and then Luke in 100 to go. Extreme Virtue, Cat Noir and Freedom Escape. Freedom Escape the outside, finishing with good momentum, but Cat Noir kicks, and Cat Noir held him off. In the straight, it's Lascars, Tories D, a good yarn, challenging hard with 100 to go. A good yarn goes to Tories D from Lascars and Tomb Pine late. Tories D, a good yarn, late San Marino, but it's Tories D. El Sordo trying to fend off all the challengers. Castle on high, Keto finishing well. It's El Sordo in front, Keto's within about a half length. El Sordo just in front though, and El Sordo.
Tories D thinking of Gertie's in for the fight. Tories from thinking of Gertie. Tories D in front, he's too strong on it, Fright. Tories D with a big weight.
Wide out, Zippity Zoostar, whipping the left-hand leads from Savantino. Wide out, Lord Porchester running on, but Zippity's giving a kick. Zippity Zoostar holding them safely at bay in the shadows, and Zippity Zoostar, the heavily backed favourite, wins well.
Come along, Jeffrey, bobbing in the lead. And Baden starting to sprint hard. Oak Park, Rebel back on the fences, driving through. And here's Tea Tree Lad as well. But come along, Jeffrey.